Hey everybody, how's it going? Ron Watson, Positive Vibe, host of DiscDogger Weekly. We have a terrific show for you this week. We're going to be talking about flat work, the big game, moving our dog around the field, and we're going to break it down and get involved in the process. We're going to take a look at pushing, pulling, and blocking, and some of the flat work mechanics. We have a couple of excerpts from Disc Kwando class. Check it out. As always, the show is brought to you by patrons of Positive Vibe and Hero Disc USA. Thanks a bunch, guys. We wouldn't be doing the show without you. Enjoy the show. Whoa, that guy. Flat work is not a product. Flat work is a process. I think a lot of people have issues with understanding flat work because they see it as a product, as the dog moving on the field, as a zigzag, as an around the world, as setting the flank, as a discrete front cross. Those are all prepackaged products. And if you're looking at the end result, you're missing the reality or the process of flat work. Flat work as a product can be a couple of things. It can be like a marketed, prepackaged product, like a zigzag, right? Boom, pow, boom, pow, right? My feet are pushing the dog, my body's pushing the dog, but the product is the zigzag. It's prepackaged. Around the world, I send the dog around, I make the throw. Out, yes, I make the throw. I'm working with the dog, yes, I make the throw. Setting the flank, I send the dog around, I turn outside, I make the throw. Those are all flat work, but they're like prepackaged versions of flat work. In addition to the prepackaged or marketed type good or service, flat work as a product could also be like the mathematical expression, like this times that equals flat work. And again, we're left with the idea of flat work being the dog moving around the field. And it is, but that's not all it is, right? In that metaphor, we have, an equation. I do this, dog does that. This plus this equals that. So we have like an equation or a mathematical understanding of the product as well. Flat work as a process is a little bit different. Flat work is not just moving the dog or the end result of the dog moving around the field or the team movement that has happened on the field. Flat work is the actions that go into moving the dog. So when I send the dog around and turn my toe out to cue a get out, that's flat work, right? Discreetly, that's flat work. You're the dog, I have you, we're going clockwise, we're going this way, I switch. That's flat work. You're the dog, you've made the catch, you blink, turn around, and I'm standing like this. This is flat work. So flat work isn't just a prepackaged thing. It isn't just the end result of the dog moving. It's what we're doing to move the dog. Flat work is not just moving the dog. Flat work is stopping the dog, right? Oh, easy, cheetah, right? I just stopped you. Or from where we're at and where I'm at, we're going clockwise right now. Whoa, easy, cheetah, okay? Stopping the dog is probably it is just as important as moving the dog when it comes to flat work. And again, if we're looking at flat work as a product, as a prepackaged, marketed product, or the end result of our interaction with the dog, the way the dog moves around the field, we miss that idea. All right, so let's take a look at the around behavior and flat work within this skill. So the first one we're going to do is an around with nothing happening. Just allow the dog to go around. We'll see that he moves around and he's about half a yard away and he's moving out to the front. This time we're going to do it with stepping out and using a get out cue. And you'll notice that he's 3, 4, 5 yards away.
Okay, get out.
It's a lot of space just because flat work. And here we go. This time I'm going to pull him across. I'm going to contract the flank by stepping to my right. And this will shrink the flank and pull the dog a little closer to me in front, sending him across the front. And we can contrast that with that big get out skill.
Oh, what happened?
Here we are on the counter clock. Nice little stop using some positional pressure. It's a traditional distance for Epi. It's kind of standard. Here he's going to come in pretty wide because he's on the run. And so we'll take another crack at this from a stationary position. You can see that he goes out. He's about 1.5 yards, 2 yards away. And this time I'm going to tell him to get out and move out with a flatwork cue. So I'm going to slide out and he's out there 3, 4 yards.
Good.
Here we are with no flatwork, no communication from the handler. With flatwork, a get out cue from the handler. Here we are going counterclock. He's about 1.5 yards away. And then with the get out cue, the physical flatwork cue, he's 3 yards away. So why is it important to get into the flatwork ideas as process rather than product? And I think it has to do with our lack of imagination, or the constriction of our imagination, when it comes to dealing with prepackaged products like a Zigzag or an Around the World. We tend to only see the end result. It's like an app, right? Or an algorithm. We see the end result. We don't see the pieces that go in to making that end result happen. They're hidden in the box. If we have an idea of the variables that go into creating the flatwork, that the variables that build the app, the variables that are the pieces of the product, then we start to understand how to generate that algorithm ourselves and what we can actually do with an app rather than just load it up on our phone and, do what it does for us. We can start to do things that are different. And I think that's really important. We're going to cover that in this week's show. We're going to try and deliver some deeper understanding of flatwork and some conceptual understanding of flatwork, and give you guys the idea that flatwork is whatever you want it to be, and not just your dog moving around the field in such and such a fashion. Hope you dig it. Can't reach it. Oh! Up. I can't reach it. Right. Can't reach it. Aus. Good. Yes. Aus. Mauka. Can't reach it. Here, flip. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Okay, so let's focus on the process of flat work. We have a couple of things that we can do with the dog. We can block the dog. right? You're coming clockwise, I'm standing clockwise, we're oriented clockwise, I can block, right? Block. I'll stop you from going that way. If we were going counterclock, I'd block, right? And that's gonna stop you. We're here. I can push you, right? I can push you to the clock. I can push you counter, right? So I can block, I can push, I can pull. Flat work, block, push, pull. And around, I block you from going clockwise. I pull you when I step forward. I push you with a throw, a through. I pull you, I push you out, right? A front cross. I'm pushing you clock, I block you, I push you counter, I pull you for the pass, right? A flank, you're coming this way, I wanna make sure that you don't do a pass on me. I'm gonna push you, make the throw out there. If I wanna pass, have you coming down the line, I pull you directly down the line. So we have push, pull, block. It's essentially what we have going on, the three variables in flat work.
Went a little too high up.
Yeah. So the dog will be coming in, right? Where's my dog at? There she is. And I'll match, and then I'll freeze here.
Yeah, before completing.
And then I'll make the pass, right?
Yeah.
And I think that should be helpful for the process rather than the full.
Yeah.
And you know, the other thing I think that is super important is that everybody thinks that flat work is moving your dog, right?
Yeah, but it's also stopping, it's turning.
Absolutely,
it's all
yeah.
things in there.
And the stopping of the dog is super important. Like super. All right. So what we're gonna do is we'll do crossing pass form. Where's my dog at? I don't know. There he is. I'm gonna pull or push, block, and stop. That's half of the front cross. And from here, I'm gonna go ahead and make the pass. We're gonna try and break down the components of the crossing pass form and tie it in to the flat work compass. And Amber, you're pretty much only gonna see me, right? You won't get to see Epi's response. You'll have to catch the video for Epi's response. Ready?
Okay.
Catch. What? Try that again. I knew that was going to be a problem. Oh my God, get out. Yes, good. So I got him on counter, clock, boom, and then we'll pass. Sorry, buddy. I got him on clock, switch, boom, and then we'll pass. Yes, good man. I got him on counter, front cross, boom, catch. Oh, I know. Stuff is hard to do in pieces, isn't it? Fine, I can't reach it. And it is pretty hard to do this stuff in pieces. Fine, can't reach it. Right, and again, I'm gonna send him around. Going around. Epi, wait. So I'm gonna pull. First thing I got is I've got him blocked, right?
Yeah.
Mackay, then I'll pull. And then I'll push. Yes, catch. So when we send the dog around, we block them. Mackay, we pull, then we push, catch. And that's what's happening on and around. On the through, and I'll pull, and I'll push. If I go the other way, through, I'll pull and I'll push. Around, boom, around. Oh, I know, yeah, he's like, yeah. Mauka, good. So we're actually pushing and pulling there from the block. Got him blocked here, all right? And I'm blocked, Makai, when I pull, yes, catch. Yes, okay, got him going counter. Where's my dog at? Boom, here he is. And then I'll finish the pass. Got him going clock here, boom. And then we'll make the pass. So when you're working that today, Amber, you're gonna
Yeah.
want to try, you're gonna want to give that a shot with the dog. I think you'll be surprised that it isn't really that difficult. Mine, I can't reach it. All right, so we're gonna do some flat work here, and I'm gonna talk about what's happening on the field. So on this one, I'm gonna declare really early. We'll get to see Epi come down the line, real committed to this line. As soon as I turn, you can see him, okay, I know exactly where we're going. I'm gonna be there. This is essentially pulling him, and he's hustling to get there. We're gonna be able to contrast that with a non-example where I don't pull him. And so here comes the non-example. And what we'll see with the non-example is that he's coming in a little apprehensively, he doesn't quite know where to go, it's slower, he's rocked back. You can see that oppositional pressure going on. We're gonna go ahead and do this again, going in the counterclock direction. So I'll make the toss, I'll read, and I'll turn. And now he's gonna line up immediately to that counterclock direction. By declaring early, my dog knows what direction we're going to go. Here's that oppositional approach. So this time, I'm going to declare my position a little later. You can see that front cross happens a little bit later. Right now, I'm in counterclock, so Epi's gonna release and start coming in on this counterclock. You can see that he's counterclock, I've switched, and now he's switched directions, and now we're going clockwise for the pass. And I'll show that again. You can see that I'm in counterclock. He's gonna line up counterclock and then switch on that front cross. And we get a good look at how the dog responds to that front cross. This time there'll be no cross, he's just gonna take that directional cue. Offering a non-example to the pattern is really important to keep the dog honest. And here I am demonstrating some flat work to fetch it up. It's a good place to practice your flat work. Okay, this time I'm going to wait a long time, and then I'm going to give him a fairly aggressive block. So I'm declared, and then I block him real hard and pull him around. And we'll see him declared and driving to the counterclock side. And then we'll see him getting slammed with that block and making a last second turn. At which point in time I start to pull him aggressively around the flank. We're going to do that going in the other direction. So I'm standing in counter, and then I'm going to pull late. Epi's a little late to the party because I didn't switch and I didn't transition. He's drifting in, at which point in time I turn and pull. I'm waiting to turn and pull until he's committed to my direction. Here's that non-example, little front cross. The front cross, I'm pushing. I'll push him into the block, at which point in time I'll pull, and I'll pull him around and make the toss. there we go. We got pushing, pulling, and blocking with examples and non-examples. Good man, Epi. Okay, so when I'm standing here, if I want to pull him in clock, right? I'm gonna
Yeah.
pull, yeah?
Yeah.
If I wanna push him to counter, I'm gonna push. Well,
Yeah.
you can see that this is the same position. If I wanna pull him in counter, I'm gonna
Yeah.
lean back here. Come on, Epi. Yeah, you're doing
You're
great.
a little
You're
out
doing
of
great.
frame. Just so you
Right?
know.
Okay.
You're a little out of frame. Yeah, that's better.
If I want to pull him in counter, I'm gonna pull. Right? Yes. Good. Mine. Easy, Cheetah. Yeah. If I want to push him, do. Mine. Yes. If I want to push him in clock, I'm gonna push.
Yeah.
I'll pull and I'll push. And it's the same position. Pulling in counter is pushing in clock.
Yeah.
Pulling in clock is pushing in counter. And I think that is really a tough thing for people to get, right? So if I'm going to do a zigzag catch, I'm going to push clock with a counter position. Now I'm in clock and I'm going to block. Yeah, that would have been awesome, huh? Boom, out there. Now switch, and now I'm in clock, but I'm going to throw it counter.
Yeah.
Now I'm in counter oust, but I'm going to throw it clock. And that distinction, I think, really breaks people. And
Yeah,
that's because
all of us have had issue as far as which leg we need to have forward for going clock or counter, or, and it depends. Like you said, this breaks it down a lot better for me.
Within Disc Kwon-Do, we use a stance shifting form, the flatwork compass, and the crossing pass form. Those three are pretty much the full complement of push, pull, block. I'm going to demonstrate those real quick, and then we'll move on to some practical stuff and pull this stuff together with the dog on the field. So right now, we're in counter clock. You're not going to go clock. I've blocked you from going clock. Make a low high toss, I switch. It's a neutral shift. There's no pressure being applied to you. I shift. Right here, I'm going to pull you with my stance shift. I'm going to pull you with my stance shift. I'm going to push and push, right? Generally speaking, push, pull, neutral. The flatwork compass, standing here, we're going to go clock. Right now, I'm blocking you from going clock. I'm going to push you out there. You're going to come in. I'm going to block you. Boom, I'm going to stop you from running across. Easy, Cheeto, wait right there. I'm going to push you out there for that flanking toss. You're going to come running back in. I'm going to block you, right? Catch, I'm going to switch and pull the dog down the line for the pass. I'll hang out here, whichever way the dog is coming in, I'll block, right? And I'll keep you from going counter clock. And then I'll switch and pull you counter clock. Push, pull, block. Everything is push, pull, block. And the crossing pass form in Disc Kwon-Do, this is a really awesome form. It's super important. We're doing this all the time, but we're not doing it very purposefully. And we tend to not have the spatial awareness and the conceptual awareness of what we've got going on. So you're the dog, you're coming in. Where's my dog at? I have no idea. Oh, there he is, right? We're on clock, we're moving together. I'm gonna pull you or push you. I'm gonna match and block. And then I'm gonna send you down the line on this counter clock. Holy cow, where's my dog at? We're going counter clock. I'm gonna push, I'm gonna block, and I'm gonna pull you down the line for the pass. Oh, where's my dog at? All right, we're going clock, I'm pushing, I'm gonna match and block, pull you, counterclock. A cross is essentially a block and a switch, a block and a pull. Front cross would be block and pull. You're going here, you're going this way, I'm gonna block you, and then I'm gonna pull you this way. A rear cross is gonna be block and push. So I'm gonna pull you this way, I'm gonna block you from going that way, and then I'm gonna push you out there. It would be a rear cross or a squib, as people tend to call it. That's just my cue for it. If we're going this way, right, we're going together, I'm gonna pull you into the block, and then I'm gonna push you that way, right? Block, push, pull. Those are the three variables of flat work. And those are the variables that go into the flat work process. Getting people passionate and interested and curious about dog training, I think, is a really important piece of it, you know, and hopefully you wind up instilling that in your clients, and then, you know, they're wonderful clients.
Exactly. That's really great to hear like that, you know. Well, Ron, we want to say thank you so much. And for the viewers at home, stick around so you can get access to our all access pass. We're going to be doing another interview with Ron, where he's going to be giving more tips and training on understanding the P-Vibe way and how you can start out with your Frisbee dog as well. Ron, we're really glad to have you on the summit. Everyone at home, I want to say to Ron, thanks for being on the summit. Thanks for watching.
Sure thing, Ricky. So I'm going to demonstrate one of the forms from Discquando with Epi here. I'm going to demonstrate the Flatwork Compass. And it's a form that's designed to hook us up as a team, explore and understand our communication system and pressure, positional pressure, and to get the basic functions of Frisbee, of flank, which is to move like laterally with me, right? And pass, which is to move by me. And those are kind of the two ways that we move in Frisbee. So let me do this for you. Come on, Epi.
Because you can feel when your dog moves off of you, or you pull your dog in. You may not necessarily know what you're doing, but when you break it down like that, it probably helps a lot of people to understand the terminology, as well as, you know, what's happening from it, from what you're doing.
I hope so. So I'm gonna send him around, and I'm gonna push him out to the left, and then I'm gonna pick him up on clock, front cross him. I'm gonna skip that Flatwork Compass position.
Yeah.
And move right into the pass. So we're here, I'm blocked, Mackay, get out there, right? I've got him on clock, ouse here, catch, boom, right? I got him going clock, ouse, I block, push, shit, buddy, good hustle, ouse, block, pop, yes, good man, ouse, pushing here, block, I can pull, squib, push, right? I pull him past me and push for the rear cross, pull and push, front cross, I pull, I block and pull, I pull and push, pull, push, pull. If we look at the rear cross, I'm gonna block, push, block, push, block, pull for the front cross, block, pull. Yes, Helly out. Yes, you're a badass.
Yeah, and I think
crossing pass form with King. Ready? Come on over here. Mackay, get out. Get a catch to start. Yeah, I would like to have a drop. Ouse. Mackay, get out. Yes, good. Ouse, block, push, pull, shit. Ouse, block. Yes, ouse, block. Yeah, oh. Ouse, Mackay, get out. Yes, good man. Ouse, block, pull. Ouse, ouse. Good. No block, no pull because we were too late. So the reason that we're having ouse, block, pull, problems here, ouse, yes, block. It's because that's happening late. So one of the things that I can do is to avoid my pattern, right? To actually break the pattern, break the package deal. Send him around, I'll send him out, use the get out cue. I'll do a couple of those. Come on, King, ouse. Mackay, get out. Come on, buddy. Ouse, Mackay, get out. You can see him leaving right away for that. Ouse, Mackay, and we'll give him one of these where he comes in and just takes off without the get out. If we just keep pounding the get out, we wind up getting a pattern or a package rather than the conceptual understanding of what we're trying to do here. And by the way, these discs are not being thrown in the right direction for the wind. Ouse. Yes. Mackay, get out. Yes. Ouse. Mackay, get out. Yes. Good man. Ouse. Mackay, get out. Nice get out. Big leap across the front. Ouse. Mackay. No get out cue. He's nice and tight. Ready? So I have a problem here with his over pursuit, right? And not catching. Mackay, get out. Yes, good man. Ouse, block. Yes, good. Yes, good man. Ouse. Yes, block. I can pull him around. So I want to run this flatwork pattern. Ouse. Yes, good. And I want to run this passing thing for you in the camera. Ouse. I'll block. Yes. But he can't do that pattern. Ouse. Yes, good. Because he'll be a dick and over pursue all this, right? Ouse. Yes. So I need to do stuff like that to slow him down. Ouse. Yes, good. And make him successful. Ouse. Yes. Yes, good man. Right? And I can't run my production like that. Ouse. Ouse. Yes. You know what I mean? I can't run my production like that. I can run a lesson. Ouse. Yes. It's good. Right? But I can't run my production, which is why I run epi. It has nothing to do with running the dog or working the dog. It's, can this dog do all the skills that are necessary to do this on camera right now? And I'll tell you,